podcast buddies, welcome to our chat room. How are you all doing? I hope you are always healthy and enthusiastic. Today, we're going to talk about really exciting topics that currently buzzing on social media and among the general public. Free nutrition meal or makanan bergizi gratis, the purpose and cost of the MBK program. This free nutrition meal program is Indonesia free lunch program initiated during the administration of Prabowo Subianto. The program is dealing with the goal of reducing poverty and mobilizing the community economy. This time, we have special quiz Miss Mega as a supporter of MBK and Miss Safira as a opponent of MBK. Get ready because we're going to delve deep into the journals and talks in this episode. On the pro we have Miss Mega, nutritionist who has long been involved in public health issues. Welcome, Miss Mega.
Good morning, Miss Intan. Thank you for inviting me.
And on the concept, we have a quiz for want to critique the negative aspect of MBK, Miss Safira. Welcome, Miss Safira.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for the invitation.
Okay, our theme for today is about free nutrition meals, or what we know better as FNM or MBK. Alright, Miss Mega, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on this MBK program?
Well, in my opinion, this MBK is quiz good for children in Indonesia because if we look at the majority of Indonesia people, especially those in remote areas, many of their children suffer from malnutrition and stunting. This is due to parents live in financial hardship. Some days they only eat whatever they can get, leading to their children becoming malnourished and even stunted. So the government initiated this MBK program out of compassion for people like them.
Then, what about the unequal distribution of MBK? Should they have to wait the receive proper nutrition?
Alright, I answered that. So, Miss Safira, the unequal distribution of MBK is due to limited government fund. The government is not capable of provide MBK to all community in Indonesia simultaneously. The will visit on city after a not across Indonesia. Everything will be comprehensive, but will the cap and it will be periodic, not all at once. This program also requires a significant budget. That's why the government is divided it up to visit cities across Indonesia one by one.
Thank you, Miss Mega, for the explanation. Miss Safira, what is your response regarding this funding limitation and periodic distribution? Is this acceptable considering the urgency of the stunting problem?
Of course not. If the goal is to address stunting, which is a serious and urgent problem, the program should have been prepared with an adequate budget and logistics from the start. The reason limited funds indicates that the program might might be poorly planned. Children who are stunted today cannot wait the periodic distribution that might only reach their area next year. Furthermore, limited funds often create loopholes for potential corruption or misuse, because non-transparent allocation could be manipulated at the regional level. We must ensure every rupiah reaches those who are entitled to it, and this uniform distribution actually raises suspicion.
A third critic from Ms. Safira regarding planning and transparency. Ms. Mega, as a nutrition, the main focus of this program is definitely nutritional quality. How do you ensure that the food profit is truly nutrition and not just filling?
In my opinion, this is where the excellence of the MBK program lies. This program do not just provide food randomly. The government has collaborated with a team of nutrition experts to complete standard menus tailored to the caloric and aesthetic nutrition needs of Indonesian children, including animal protein and micronutrition to prevent stunting. With Start Nutrition Guidelines, we can ensure that every serving has an optimal nutrition composition. So, MBK not only profit the nutrition but also creates a better food supply chain.
Iki ngono very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting, Ms. Mega, that the program also attends nutrition. Ms. Safira, and with this positive nutrition impact, what else is your critical spotlight on the implementation of MBK?
This program seems like an instant solution that does not solve the root problems, namely poverty and low nutritional knowledge, especially the issue of data. How does the government ensure that the children receiving the food are those who truly need it and are at the highest risk of stunting? Without valid data and an accountable distribution system, we will only be wasting a large budget on a program that is distracted. Will the children who need it most are missing?
We see two very contrasting views. Ms. Mega emphasized the positive nutrition impact. Ms. Safira raised the issue of transparency and sustainability. Unfortunately, our time is limited. Ms. Mega, to conclude, if you have to summarize in one sentence, what is the biggest transformative impact that this MBK program will bring to Indonesia?
This MBK program is the most fundamental long-term investment in the future of the nation, as it ensures every Indonesia child has a strong nutritional foundation to grow into a smart, productive, and stunting-free generation.
Ms. Safira, one concluding sentence from you. If you could give a critical warning to the government regarding MBK, what would it be?
The government must change this program from merely food distribution to integrate empowerment focused on accurate data, budget transparency, and permanent solution to address the root causes of poverty and nutritional education, so that trillions of rupiah in budget are not waste.
Viewers, the free nutrition milk program is major initiative. The country has challenges and hopes. It is important for all of us to continue monitoring and effective this program reaches its target. See you!
Murka aku, sumpah lu. Siji loro telu papat limo. Ayo, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah Akbar. Senene ngomong peri. Ya ta?
As Miss Mega, a nutrition